Welcome to Salem Witch Trials Daily. I'm Josh Hutchinson.
This is Sarah Jack. On Saturday, August 13th, 1692, Salem's Justices of the Peace examined Daniel Eames of Boxford. John Higginson Jr. took notes. At the opening of the hearing, Elizabeth Johnson Jr. confirmed what she had said about Daniel, that he was with her 3 nights ago and had helped her to afflict Phelps's child by putting pins in Poppets.
When Daniel was brought into the room, Richard Carrier claimed to see him afflicting Mary Lacey Jr. and Elizabeth Johnson Jr., who had fits. And Mary Walcott told the court that Daniel Eames had afflicted her last night in Andover. She had also seen him hurt Timothy Swan and a child of the Ingalls family. And Putnam Jr. and Mary Warren stated that Daniel Eames hurt them several times.
Now, all the afflicted fell down. A magistrate said, "Daniel Eames, what? Do you act your witchcraft before us? Tell us how long it is since you first began. The evidences say you have been a witch ever since you ran away."
And Daniel replied, "I never went away, but when I went to the southward and stayed a year and 3 or 4 months. It was in June about. I am 28 years old. I have been married 8 or 9 years.
He asked the magistrates to pray for him, to speak the truth, saying, "He that is the great judge knows that I never did covenant with the devil and do not know anything of it. I never signed to no book, nor never saw Satan or any of his instruments that I know of."
The judges performed the touch test here. Daniel Eames was instructed to look upon Mary Warren. When he did, she and 4 other afflicted persons fell down. Upon Daniel's touch, the 5 recovered.
Daniel told the justices he had dreamed that Mary Toothaker and some others tempted him to sign the devil's book, but he resisted. The magistrates asked if he was certain that he was asleep, and he said he was sure.
Samuel Farnham said that Ephraim Stevens told him that Daniel Eames had said that he followed the devil in the shape of a horse over 5 Mile Pond.
Richard Carrier said that the shape of Daniel Eames had knocked him down.
Daniel said that he was once making his way along when John Wilson and John Lowell came by on their way to Salisbury. He joined them for the trip there and back, and John Lowell continued with Daniel until they came to 5 Mile Pond. By this point, Daniel was exhausted and just wanted to get home. However, he didn't want Lowell tagging along to his house, so he told him that the devil was in 5 Mile Pond and said he would ride to him. In reality, he actually went home and closed the door behind him.
When Daniel was a little boy, he said he drank his father's rum.
And that was a complete non sequitur in the examination. The way it's written down is like, where does this even come from? Nobody's talking about rum. And all of a sudden he's like, when I was a boy, my father left me home alone and I drank more rum than would have done me any good. And Mary Warren said Daniel had afflicted her during Abigail Faulkner's examination that was on August 11th. Mary said a young man appeared with Daniel and the devil stood on this young man's shoulder.
Mary Post, who had been arrested on witchcraft charges on August 3rd, was questioned about her neighbor Daniel Eames. She said she had not known him to afflict anyone or to be a witch.
And Mary Post's mother, Mary Bridges Sr., also said that she did not know Daniel to be a witch.
But Ann Putnam Jr. said he was made a witch at a brook.
And Mary Bridges said she believed there was enough evidence that he said the devil had carried him and his pack to the brook on a Sabbath day.
Elizabeth Johnson Jr. said that the young man Mary Warren saw with Daniel at Faulkner's hearing was Dane Robinson, the grandson of Andover minister Francis Dane.
And Mary Lacey Jr. said that Dane Robinson had hurt Mary Warren and that she had personally seen him at Francis Dane's lane, where he told her he was a wizard. He went in his own shape and had a black cat with him, and the black cat told Mary Lacey Jr. that he was Daniel Eames and would join her to afflict folks.
Elizabeth Johnson Jr. said she had gone with Daniel Eames to afflict a child and had done it by pinching and pricking with a spear.
Mary Post said that her company of witches included Margaret Scott, one of the Chandlers, Mary Toothaker, Martha Carrier, Ann Foster, and Rebecca Nurse.